How the hell ruffles better, but
well, good morning, guys and gals. Proceed knowing this is being recorded and put on YouTube. Good morning. Hope things are going well. I am your video today. What I'm going to talk to you about is something that I had you do earlier this week. At least I had you start it. One of the reasons for Career Pathways, why we do this 20 minutes a day here at the Ask Academy, is to accomplish this. This isn't the only reason, but this is one of them. And I'm going to communicate this to you, Kevin, if you wouldn't mind closing that door for me. Appreciate it. I'm going to start this communication off with a story because I share this digressing constantly. I took my daughter to an event. She's a sophomore at Cleveland High School. She's a member of a club soccer team. And that club soccer team organized a meeting for all the club, boys and girls, all from all ages, well no, I think it's just high school ages, to come in and listen to this presentation. Now it was 3 freaking hours long.
You're a winner.
And that's a long time, especially a long time for teenagers to focus and stay with. Well, some of them left because they just couldn't take it. But this was a guy that he's an engineer, he's a college professor, and he was hired by my daughter's club soccer team to be the educational director. What he's done is put together what I want to have happen for you guys, for all of you. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because I left that 3 hours, and even my daughter, even my 16-year-old sophomore high school premier soccer player daughter, left that 3-hour endurance event, the presentation, voicing, Dad, I feel like I could find the perfect university or college for me. I know it exists, and now I feel capable to find it. I have the ability now to find it because of this 3-hour event. Now that was 3 hours. Our Career Pathways is 20 minutes, and so what I had you do this week is I had you write down factors, about 6 or 7, right? Remember that day? Of what you wished your college experience to be. That was the first step of this 3-hour presentation. That you write down real things like, you know what, and the reason for it is because, let's say one of your wishes is, I want to go to a university that has grass. You know, we live in the desert of New Mexico and we don't have a lot of grass. But I want to go to a university that has ivy growing on the walls. I want to go to the university that has an engineering program specifically for this. You know, Nathan wrote IT, engineering, and those kind of things. That's wishes of what I want as a program. You know, I want to go to a university where the women are plentiful and hot. Yeah. You know, whatever your wish is, you want to write those factors down. And then what he did is find ways for us to then enter those factors into free online search engines, and then all the universities that fit your factors pop up. And you can then go research them individually and whittle them down to a 4 or 5 or 6 that you can go visit. Now, I'm speaking to you for 10 or 15 minutes on this 3-hour event. But what it really empowered, what I left that 3 hours, I said, we've got to do this at the Academy. We have got to make sure that before you juniors, all you juniors, before you leave this Academy, that you are so confident. Look, what he was talking to us about was, he talked about academics, he talked about your wishes, what you really want. Do you want to be flying distance away? Do you want to be driving distance? All those things. But he's also talking about athletics. He was talking about soccer programs. Maybe it's baseball. Let's equip you, Cole, to do that. And baseball is one of your wish lists, one of your factors. But whether it is or not, you need. I want to teach you. I want to equip you to go out and market yourself. And so that when you contact, so he said, build a portfolio, build a body of work, including video, which he said, by the way, don't DVD anymore. Don't send DVD. See, we as coaches, we used to send used to send VHS tape of players that I coached to universities so that they could recruit them. All right, and then we went to DVDs that we burned. He said, don't even do that now, just post it on YouTube. He's talking about athletes doing that. You guys are academic athletes. I want you capturing your master projects. I want you capturing video of what you do. I want you saving the great things, the groups that you're in, the extracurricular stuff that you do. And the biggest thing that I want you to get out of this talk from me today is this. In this state of New Mexico students do not grow up in an environment that really values education. I'm sorry.
So true.
Now, you may live in a household that does, but you're rare. That's not a cultural thing for this state of New Mexico. If you go to other parts of the country now, like let's say Boston, Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts has 105 colleges in it.
Wow, they're gangsters.
How many do we have?
2.
You see the difference? That community is educated. That community, when their kids go to college, start high school, as a freshman, they do what this guy said does for academics. If they want to get into the university that's perfectly tailored for them, they start them as freshmen and sophomores in high school to write your factors, find out where those colleges exist, and then every 6 to 8 weeks you are emailing an introduction letter and a portfolio packet to that dean of that college at that university or wherever you're wanting to go.
Every 6 to 8 weeks. So
Every 6 to 8 weeks. If I'm in sales, am I going to get a customer to buy my product the first time they meet me? Absolutely not. But every time they see your name, you're starting to brand yourself. You're communicating. I use my CAD skills to help my father land a sculpture contract. And you're showing evidence of that. You're showing your CAD drawing. You're selling and marketing yourself. It's not just I'm going to settle for this. Or it's not just I don't really know where I want to go. I'm just going to go because. We take all of that guesswork out for you because we're going to equip you to land the perfect university for all of your factors. Because we're going to empower you to market yourself. And Mr. Nassib and I have even talked about, hey, you know what? For athletes that go to Division I schools, they have a signing event where Channel 4, Channel 7, Channel 13, their news crew, their sports crews are there, the parents are there, and they're sitting at a table, you've seen it, right? And the athletes sign their contract of going to that university to play that sport. Let's do the same thing here for academics. Let's have the university start fighting over you because you are going to impress them by marketing yourself to them in a way that's professional, impressive, and blow them. They make them feel they can't dare not convince you to come to their university or to their technical school or to their college. Questions?
So, for them, I mean, from their point of view, so what if they have an awesome student who's learning a lot, who's going to get a great job, who's going to get a great life and become a millionaire? So what? I mean, what does it matter to them?
Well, that's a great question. Universities, Division I, II, and III, all have different motivations. But they all want their academic programs
to be the best.
And so how do they do that? How does a basketball team become a premier basketball team?
The best player.
They get the blue chip players, McDonald blue chip players, to come to their college and play. So how does their engineering department get to be the best? They get the best around. You feel me on this?
Yeah.
That's why they want you to come. They want you also to bring in money. Universities live off the lifeblood of funding. And so if you do research for their institution, then their institution gets that federal $3 million grant to do more of that kind of research and find out answers to questions that they have. Okay? Another great question. Other questions? What I want you to do now, in the time we have remaining, 5 minutes, you're already on my website. Go to the blog and blog on this: how to market yourself to the perfect post-secondary institution for you. We are the Ask Academy.